It's a start. It's a start. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's definitely not the worst thing in the world, but it's definitely not done. Not done, and I am just not feeling working on it anymore. So, hello, anyone, everyone, and no one. Welcome back to another episode of Truly Bedrock. And previously on Truly Bedrock, we were working on this, the drop fall gold farm here. Now, of course, I've been working on this in between episodes here, and let's flip off RTX here. I've started just kind of building up some walls around this to try to make it blend more, and it's getting there. It's getting there, but I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it right now. And of course, we can never truly fly around here. Can we? Wow, we made it. We made it. And of course, aside from that, I've been working on all of this up here. Now, of course, as I said in the last episode, I went and I covered all this back up. So the only thing that is visible here is the chest where we throw in the flint and steel. And of course, keeping with the theme that I've been doing throughout the base, anywhere that is a blue area, I've tried to go with a more cool lighting effect per se, and using sea lanterns. Now, anywhere that is red, I've been trying to use regular lanterns or end rods, and it's getting there. And if we flip on RTX here, it's not bad. I do like the cooling effect of it over the warm effect. I really do. It still needs a lot of work. It's got a long ways to go. We probably still need to add in a few more trees over there. Still need to do some adjusting and everything, but I'm happy with how that's going. But today, what are we going to get into today? Well, that's going to lead us out here. Out here. And if I come up here and I just land, say, right here, I've been working on adding more basalt in all around the little island there where we want to make a dock. And again, something I'm really happy with. We've eventually got to carry this all the way around the island, though. All the way around the island, at least in the areas that we're working with. But that leads us to today, obviously. And I would genuinely like to get the dock in here. Now, I have no clue how I'm going to do this or how it's all going to work out. And I really want it to work out as good as all of that has. But we're not quite ready to work on this. I have some blackstone, but not quite enough. But the last couple episodes, that's what we've been working towards. We've been setting up the barter farm in the nether, and we've been building the gold farm so that we could get gold for the barter farm. Now, the question is, do we have any gold currently at this time? Not in that box. It's definitely not going to be there. 51 blocks. You know what? Let me clear out my inventory and I will be right back. Not much. 51 and 14. Did we have anything else around here whatsoever? We have absolutely no gold in here. None. We have completely, drained ourselves of gold 100%. Let me go check. Did we leave any by chance down at the drop gold farm? Not exactly what I was hoping for there. We've got, some nuggets. This thing is definitely not the fastest thing out there. And it's really got me debating changing this over to a trident killer. Now, of course, one of my main admins, T-Man here, recently told me that he has come up with a trident killer that now kills off the XP. I need to get with him and take a look at that thing. And apparently, it's supposedly a 1x1, a trident killer, which could come in really handy. Because one of the problems of why I didn't do that kind of a trident killer was I didn't want to deal with the XP. Well, not just the XP by itself, but I also did not want to deal with all the additional drops. From the swords to the mob heads. But the more I think about it, the more it might be something that we just consider dealing with. Right, so we need to head to the barter farm and potentially do a little bit of AFKing. I know, I just started the episode, but now I'm going to be AFKing. Well, it's just how stuff works. It's just how stuff works. So let's jump to the barter farm real quick. Right, Mr. Piglin here. Mr. Piglin, what is going on at this moment in time? I hear the sound of clickety-click-click stuff going on. Do you currently have gold? Was I doing a test? Can I see that? Ooh, you do have some gold. That means you have been running. And we have absolutely no storage. Oh, okay. Okay, we're gonna... Oh, look at all the... We're gonna have to deal with all that. But look at the blackstone. This is what I'm after. Look at that. A free blackstone. A free blackstone. You know what? Let's just make a mess here real quick. Let's dig out an area. Let's dig out an area here so that we can throw some chests down. I'm not necessarily worried about making this all pretty right now, but we need somewhere to put all this stuff. So pretty is definitely not on the list, but working is on the list. I've just taken and fed the hoppers, all leading into more chests, into more hoppers, and I don't know if y'all can hear that. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Moose is on the recliner behind me, and he is currently dreaming. Yeah, I love my dogs. I do. I genuinely do. They are some amazing animals. And now, of course, the little one's going to be piping in and spreading his opinion, too. So, yes, it's all just going to feed down in here into multiple chests. And apparently, the little dog is going to yell at me. And apparently, we've missed a few code along the way. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. We're just going to have to keep an eye on that. Now, that could have been due to something of loading and unloading of all of this. Could have been. So, everything should be good to go at this moment in time. He's getting his gold. The gold block in the back is moving instantly after he picks up his item. Now, of course, when the items go through the hopper there and it goes empty, it powers it out, gives him more, and so on and so forth. So what we're gonna do now is place an ender chest where it doesn't go. Right, let's try this again. What we're gonna do now is throw all this gold in here, which he's got that. He had some in there already. And then come on, are you gonna work? Yes. What's that gold? What's that gold that just went down? It happens so fast, it's hard to tell. It happens so fast, it's hard to tell. I don't see no gold there. No gold. No gold. Gold. That's definitely not what I want to see. I may have to put this whole circuit on a bigger delay. Because how we got it working right now is when the hopper, which is right up there, is empty, the comparator shuts off, blah, 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 and then blah, 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 the block moves, and blah, blah, blah. He drops everything, which is supposed to be like a more or less instant trade. But Mr. Blah, blah, blah here doesn't seem to be cooperating perfectly. Anyways, right. Into the AFK box I go. Into the AFK box I go, and let's see if we can get some blackstone. Now, of course, you've already seen what was in there. You just seen the gold that we put in there. This is your time to make your guess. How much blackstone will we get from all that gold we just put in, plus what we put in the other day? How many stacks of blackstone do we get? This is where you go ahead and you pause the video. Look at me. You pause the video, and you go make your guess, okay? And I'll see you in just a minute. Did you make your guess? You better have, because if you didn't, it's too late now. It's too late now, and to be honest, we went through that gold really quick, and we ended up with, what, 18, 20, 22, 23, 23 and a half stacks? 23 and a half stacks? That's not bad. I will say, it's not bad, but it's not as much as I was hoping for the amount of AFKing that we did at the gold farm. So we are definitely going to have to get with T-Man. We're going to have to get with T-Man and see what he's got with this trident killer that supposedly kills off the experience. Let's see. We got 4 gold there, 6. Just 6. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Right. So works. Yes. More gold needed for sure. For sure. But enough of that. Let's take this and let's go back to base and see what other blackstone we got still laying around. So maybe, just maybe, we can get this dock in place. So I did digging all around the base and everywhere, and I've ground up every piece of blackstone we got, which is actually more than I actually thought we had. More than I actually thought we had. So that, I guess that is a plus. That is advantage. And of course I got some basalt over here. We're going to need more lava, but I'm thinking first things first, we need to come up here and we need to look and we need to plan. We need to plan. I'm unsure of how to do this. I really am. I think right along in there, we need kind of like, I guess, a harbor master. I guess something where when a boat comes in, it can check in and everything like that before it can go through the gates into the mountain. But where are we going to put the piers, and where are we going to put areas for storage? I mean, you think of a dock. A dock should have all kinds of area where ships are loading and unloading all the time. This one's going to really puzzle me. This one, like, do we put a dock all the way out there? Do we put one right here? I don't know, but let's do a little bit of blueprinting, I guess, and see if we can come up with something, because right now I have no clue, and that terrifies me and excites me at the same time, that I have no clue what we're going to do with this. There is where we're going to do like our little dock master. Now I'm really torn on how far out we take these docks. Now, of course, we haven't really even started yet. As you can see, I've started running. I guess technically, what would that be? The pier, the dock? I'm not sure at that point. Oh, this is going to be very confusing, because there's going to be tons upon tons of land left over. Tons. So maybe we have an additional building like right back here that we use for storage. Maybe, I don't know. And then on top of that, to load the boats, don't you usually need like a crane? Don't you usually need a crane? I mean, if we put one like right here on the corner here, and a said boat comes in and parks like right there, we could load it. But this can get confusing. All right, we need more planning. We need more planning. So planning. As you can see here, I've taken off the andesite slabs and now replaced them with magma and trapdoors around it, because I want to try to give this place a little bit more light at night. Now, of course, if we flip over to RTX, it doesn't really do what I was hoping it would do. Not at all. So I think we're still going to have some torches hidden around here in places. Like maybe on the outside, just to provide that little bit of glow towards the inside. I don't know. Every now and again, we may just need a torch. But aside from that, you may notice that there is now looks like a ship there. And technically, it is a ship. It's just not really there at the moment. I'm using Hatter's structurer to, place a ship in here to get an idea of how big it's going to be. And I did not consider that. Oh dear, all of this is going to be, mobs are going to be spawning on that. But as we can see, let's go ahead and sleep the night away. So since we've done taking a look at this, as we can see here, I think we're going to have 3 docks at the moment. We got the one that we're building there. We've got another one that's going to extend out this way. But the problem with this one that we're putting in over here, we're going to have to tear back into the island. We're literally going to have to tear out all of the stuff that I did. Well, I was going to say last episode, but that episode never came out. I'm going to have to tear all that out. And we're going to have to flood this area here. Now, on top of that, I've been talking to some people in Discord, and I've been thinking myself of other things we could potentially do here. Now, I think we need some kind of storage area back here, prep area to load the ships up with. And I even have this stupid idea that, like, right there, we should have a submarine. I don't know. That may or may not happen, but it's definitely getting there. Definitely getting there. We've got to keep extending the dock out. We've got to put all the supports in. We've got to do a lot of things. A lot of things. And, of course, yes, right here is the armor stand that is currently generating the ship here. And I like it. I like it. We've just got a lot of building to do still. A lot of building to do. Can I please fly? Can I please fly? You know, I do wish that we had a gray trapdoor. I wish that the acacia trapdoors could be gray, because in that situation, it would work really good. And with RTX back on, it doesn't do much for lighting. You would think that fire or that magma would really help. But in comparison, if I throw a torch down there, that's definitely not a torch. We actually get light from that. It's funny. We don't get light from that. It's definitely interesting. But right, let's go ahead and continue these docks out and potentially rip up that section of the island there, which I'm looking really forward to doing. Yeah. I love ripping out all the stuff that I build. Don't you? Isn't that one of the things that you absolutely love to do? Because I know that I love to do it. Ah, care back out everything we built. Good talk. This is super, super eerie in the dark. Well, I say dark, and I actually mean in the rain with the fog. Look at this. It gives this, what is it, mythical, spooky vibe to it, and it's pretty amazing. As you can see here, the magma did not last, and we've came up with a lamppost design, which is pretty much the same design that we used on the top of the island there, and it's turned out really good. Now, it's raining, which is kind of interfering with my update here. But if we come over here, this is where that section of the island was, and now it's gone. Now, of course, we've just got a mock-up version of one of these ships in here using the structural program, and yeah, this I'm not gonna be able to show much of anything while it's raining. This was a bad idea, but at the same time a good one, because you get to see how eerie the place is in fog, which I think is just absolutely amazing. Of course, we've got all 4 of the piers in here. And as a matter of fact, let me just wait here. Let me just wait here till we can sleep the night away, because the sun's right there and it needs to go all the way over there. We're going to be waiting here for a while. Does it help if I turn off RTX? Not really. It's still it's still super, super insanely dark. Right? I'll be back with you all in a minute when it quits raining. The rain quit, but at the same time, that's really glitchy. My sky is completely glitched out here. What's it look like in RTX at the moment? What? Hello, game? Where? The sun is gone, people. I see where it should be, but it's gone. But regardless of the fact, as you can see, we've now got 4 of the docks in there. Well, 3 of the slips, I guess, is what you would say. I don't even know if that's the technical name, but we got 4 of those in there. And of course, it's good. I like it. But just shut up, Slack. They can see there's 4 there. Of course, I've roughed up the terrain down here, brought in more netherrack, gave it some depth, gave it some dimensions, been continuing the basalt all the way along the shore over here. And once again, getting there, really happy with it. A lot of grind left to do, But what I want to do next is I actually want to grab this armor stand here that has given us our ghost boat there, and I want to move it. And I want to move it back over here. So if we go here, and we're stuck in eternal darkness, let's add in a torch there, and we put that one back there, that should give us our boat back there. Good, exactly. Because I need to do some measuring and some guessing here. Measuring and some guessing. Let's see if we can come over here and land on this lamppost. Please, 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 please. Of course not. Right, we got a Riptide Trident. Let's get back out of there. Try again. There we go. And of course, really, this is too far away. I can't render that from here. I can, just barely if I stand on here. What I would like to do next is I would like to have a crane right here. That way we could load stuff into the ship and out of the ship at the same time. And this side over here, this dock may end up getting bigger. I don't know, it may be right. Because I want to put a dry dock over here where ships are going to be built. I want right over here to continue this over and pull this back around and around that way and have a dry dock over here where the ships for this island can be built. Of course, I also want to, if I look right there, there's a random platform, and then all the way over there, there's a random platform as well. I want to put defensible, like, ballistas guarding the island. So I guess it's planning and development, because I have no clue how this is going to turn out. And to be fair with you, I've had no plans with none of this. It's what's made this great. I had no plan with the entrance, no plan with the dock, and I think it's coming together amazingly. So once again, let's go back to no plan. Let's go back to no plan and see if we can get a crane here to help load and unload ships. This should be easy, right? Easy. Oak and dark oak. Oak and dark oak. How well does that mix with this build? What's your all's opinion? Can we get away with mixing normal woods in on this build or not? And my game has just 100% frozen. I cannot move. And it has now hard crashed. Right, let's reload back up the game. Come on, who's a good game? Load. Right, as I was saying, oak and dark oak. Can we mix those in? Will they work with this build palette? That I'm not sure of. Definitely needs some work. As you can see, I still got netherrack there from building. But aside from that, we now have a crane in place. And I really need to get the time to set back up the second computer so we can record some time lapses. Because I know that's a bit of a jump from no crane to crane, but it works. It works. Really happy with it. Now, of course, I don't have the structure file on right now, so you can't see the boat. But the crane does line up with about the midway point of the boat, which is good. And then, of course, seeing as this crane here seems to be in a fixed position, aka it can't retract or extend out, I've added in a little bitty area right here where we can put cargo that's going into the ships. Now, I played around with a pallet design ideal of just full blocks and slabs. I'm not 100% sold on it at the moment, but I really can't think of anything else to do in place of it. So, of course, we still need to add in more. We need to get the boats situated out. But overall, this has turned out exceedingly better than I had planned. Exceedingly better than I had planned, and I absolutely love it. Now, of course, I was talking about doing a dry dock over here, and that deal has been completely scrapped. We are not going to be doing that over here. We are instead going to be doing that over on this side of the island. Why, you might ask? Well, it gives us an excuse to come over here and mess with another area of the island. It gives us an excuse to create another entrance, and if we fly inside of here, it gives us an excuse to work on an area of the island we have not been dealing with much at all. All this over here is nice, it's decorated, we got pathways, we got trees, and everything else, but once we get around to this side, it's absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. So I'm thinking, well, I'm beyond thinking. As you can see, we've done started planning where our dry dock is going to go. Which just gave me an interesting idea of, I wonder if we could put a pathway going around this island. Probably not a good idea. Probably not. Maybe a midway one. I don't know. Of course, we still need to work on the defensive structures. I have plans for more things coming in the future, but I do think that is where I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode here up. So I want to say thank you all for watching today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to drop a like. If you would like to see more, please consider subscribing, and I will catch all of you all in the next one. Bye, everybody.